Chosen one, can you feel it in your spirit? The air's heavier, the signs are louder, and something inside of you knows that change is near. This Friday, September the 26th, will not be just another day on the calendar. It is a marked moment, a prophetic turning point when heaven itself will rewrite destinies. What has been delayed will accelerate. What has felt lost will be restored. What has been hidden will come into the light. But before this release, the enemy will try to wear you down, confuse you, and push you to give up, because he knows he cannot erase the decree, but he will do everything to stop you from reaching it. And I ask you, are you ready for the shift? Can you discern the signs that your life is about to turn a page? Stay with me until the end of this message, because today you will understand why September 26th carries such prophetic weight, and why your destiny will never be the same after this day. Chosen one, there are moments when heaven steps into time, interrupts the flow of what seemed ordinary, and declares, now the story will change. September the 26th carries this prophetic weight. It is not simply another Friday. It is a marked day, a spiritual portal, a decree that destinies will be rewritten and lives realigned with the purpose of heaven. You may have thought your life was stuck, delayed, or even forgotten. You may have wondered if the promises over you had expired, or if too much had been lost along the way. But the truth is, nothing has been wasted. Every delay, every silence, every battle was preparing the ground for this exact moment. And on September the 26th, the page begins to turn. Heaven rewriting stories does not mean erasing your past. It means transforming it. Every tear, every scar, every night of doubt becomes part of a testimony that now gains new meaning. What looked like failure becomes evidence of strength. What felt like a loss becomes proof of preservation. What once seemed like the end becomes the foundation for a new beginning. And I ask you, can you discern that what you've endured was not in vain? Can you see that the pressure you've carried was shaping you for a destiny bigger than you imagined? When heaven rewrites, it also realigns. Paths that felt blocked suddenly open. People who no longer belong to your journey step away, while new connections appear as if sent at the exact moment. Opportunities arise that feel as though they had been waiting only for you. This is not coincidence. It is divine editing. The author of your story is removing what no longer serves and adding what is essential for the next chapter. This shift may feel unsettling. Things you once depended on may close. Relationships may change. Situations you thought were stable may suddenly end. But do not mistake this movement for chaos. It is cleansing. Heaven cannot write a new page on top of an old one filled with what no longer belongs. The pen is in motion, and the page is turning. The prophetic weight of this day is not only personal, it is collective. Many chosen ones around the world are sensing the same pull, the same intensity, the same inner stirring. This is because the decree is not for one individual alone, but for a people marked to rise together. The shaking you feel is global, yet personal. It is heaven saying, I am writing again, and your life will never look the same. And here lies the mystery. When heaven rewrites, acceleration follows. What once took years can suddenly shift in days. What was locked for seasons can open in a moment. The moment the decree is released, momentum begins. That is why you may feel things moving faster, connections coming quicker, and doors opening suddenly. It is because the new chapter is demanding speed. Chosen one, Your role is to surrender the pen. Too often, you've tried to write your own lines, to force your own narrative, to cling to old paragraphs that no longer serve you. But when the author takes control, the story flows beyond imagination. Your task is not to understand every detail, but to trust that what is being written is far greater than anything you could have designed. So do not resist the changes. Do not fear the edits. Do not cling to what is being removed. Lift your eyes and realize September the 26th is not a random day. It is a marked moment where heaven takes the story into its hands again. Prepare your heart, chosen one. Because when heaven rewrites, nothing remains the same. And this Friday, your life becomes a living testimony of what happens when the author turns the page. Chosen one, there is a truth you must hold on to. The fiercest battles always come right before the greatest breakthroughs. The enemy does not waste his energy on empty paths. He does not fight what carries no purpose. He rises against those whose next step will shift atmospheres and shake entire territories. And that is why, as September 26th approaches, many chosen ones are feeling the pressure, the weight, the intensity of battles like never before. It is not random. It is strategy. The enemy senses what is being released in the spirit. He knows he cannot erase the decree, so his only option is to weaken you before you reach it. He tries to drain your strength, cloud your vision, and fill your mind with lies. It's not worth it. Nothing will change. You should just stop. These whispers are not the truth. They are the last attempt of darkness to prevent you from stepping into the light of your new chapter. Think about the pattern. How many times, right before a turning point, did you experience confusion, discouragement, or sudden attacks? How many times did battles seem to intensify right when you were about to see progress? This is the rhythm of spiritual warfare. The closer you are to breakthrough, the harder the resistance becomes. The attack before the breakthrough often comes in cycles. Old wounds you thought were healed may suddenly feel exposed. Doors you believed were secure may unexpectedly close. People you trusted may distance themselves. This is not coincidence. It is a shaking designed to distract you, to make you doubt, to tempt you into quitting before the release arrives. But here is the mystery. The intensity of the battle is actually proof of how close you are. The enemy does not fight those who pose no threat. He fights hardest against those who are about to step into destiny. The heaviness you feel is not a sign of defeat. It is evidence that you are on the edge of your breakthrough. And I ask you, have you misinterpreted the weight of this season? Have you believed that the pressure means you are failing, when in fact, it means you're about to be launched? Chosen one, the attack is not meant to destroy you, but to reveal you. Every strike you endure, every lie you reject, every step you take in faith, despite the opposition, declares in the spirit that you are unshakable. Your endurance frustrates the enemy because it proves that your strength is not natural but supernatural. Do not forget, pressure always precedes birthing. The storm always rages strongest before it breaks. The night always feels longest before the dawn. What you are feeling now is not the end. It is the announcement of a beginning. This is why you cannot give in. The enemy wants to convince you that the battle is evidence of abandonment. But the truth is the opposite. The battle is evidence of destiny. Heaven has already set the decree, and the resistance you feel is proof that the shift is real. So if your week has been heavier, if your nights have been restless, if your emotions have been tested, do not despair. Celebrate in faith, because the greater the attack, the greater the breakthrough that follows. Chosen one, September the 26th will not pass unnoticed. It carries the weight of a turning point, and the battles you are facing right now are not stumbling blocks. They are confirmations. They are signs that you are closer than ever. Hold your ground. Stay firm. Because the attack before the breakthrough is not a curse. It is the loudest evidence that your story is about to change forever. Chosen one, not every day carries the same weight. Some days pass unnoticed, blending into routine. Others, however, are marked in the spirit as turning points. Days where heaven decrees that the old cycle ends and a new chapter begins. September the 26th is one of those days. It is not just a date on the calendar. It is a prophetic marker, a moment already written in eternity, now arriving to unfold in time. You may sense this already. The air feels different, heavier. Your dreams may have intensified. Your emotions may feel stretched, as if something inside of you knows that change is near. This is no accident. The Spirit always signals when a shift is coming. The weight you feel is not confusion. It is confirmation. The prophetic weight of September the 26th carries with it the authority of realignment. Paths that were bent will be straightened. Delays that seemed endless will suddenly be accelerated. What felt like silence will give way to clarity. This is not a vague hope. It is the sound of a decree echoing from the unseen into the seen. But prophetic weight also brings separation. When heaven decides to turn a page, not everything can remain. Relationships that no longer align with your purpose may fade. Opportunities that once seemed appealing may suddenly close. Habits, environments, even thoughts that belonged to the old cycle will no longer fit. This is not rejection. It is protection. It is heaven editing your story, removing what cannot be carried into the next chapter. And I ask you, have you been clinging to what heaven is trying to remove? Have you been resisting the very edits that are necessary for your destiny to flow freely? The weight of this day also brings acceleration. Things that were stagnant for years can shift in moments. A single connection, a single decision, a single open door can accomplish in days what you thought would take a lifetime. This is because the decree of heaven does not move at human speed. It moves at divine timing. And when the page turns, momentum follows. Chosen one. This is why you may feel both anticipation and discomfort. The anticipation comes from your spirit recognizing the promise. The discomfort comes from your soul resisting change. But remember this, you cannot step into the new while holding on to the old. The weight of September the 26th is urging you to release what no longer belongs, so that your hands are free to receive what is next. The prophetic weight of this day is also collective. You are not the only one sensing it. All over the world, chosen ones are feeling the same pull, the same stirring, the same inner restlessness. That is because this is not only about individuals, it is about a people, a generation marked to rise. A collective movement of destiny being repositioned at once. And here lies the mystery. When heaven marks a day, it does not pass like any other. You may wake up in the same room, see the same people, face the same circumstances, but everything will feel different. Because in the spirit, everything will have shifted. What once resisted will release. What once confused will clarify. What once delayed will move. So do not treat September the 26th as ordinary. Prepare yourself to carry the weight it brings. It is not a burden to crush you. It is a force to propel you. It is the hand of the author taking the pen once again and declaring, "This story is not over." This page must turn chosen one. Embrace it. Do not fear the shaking. Do not mourn the losses. Do not resist the edits. The prophetic weight of September 26th is not here to take from you. It is here to position you for everything that has been waiting. This day will be remembered not as a date, but as a decree, and your life will testify. When heaven decides to rewrite, no force in existence can hold the story back. Chosen one, when heaven turns a page in your story, the shift does not come quietly. The unseen always leaks into the seen. And before the breakthrough fully manifests, signs begin to surround you. Many of these signals are already in motion, but if you misinterpret them, you may think you are facing chaos, when in truth, you are witnessing prophecy being fulfilled. The first sign is inner discomfort. What once felt normal suddenly feels heavy. Environments that once satisfied now feel draining. Conversations you used to enjoy now seem empty. Even habits you once tolerated no longer bring you peace. This discomfort is not punishment. It is transition. It is your spirit whispering, "You don't belong to this chapter anymore." The next one is already waiting. The second sign is intensified pressure. The days feel heavier. The battles seem to repeat. And resistance comes from unexpected places. Do not mistake this for abandonment. This is the enemy's attempt to push you back right when you are on the edge of stepping forward. Pressure increases because the birth is near. The contractions of destiny grow sharper because something is about to be delivered into your life. The third sign is cycles breaking. Patterns that kept repeating begin to unravel. Toxic relationships lose their grip. Cycles of lack, fear, or confusion suddenly weaken. This may feel like loss, but it is liberation. Heaven is breaking chains that tied you to the old so that you can walk freely into the new. The fourth sign is new connections forming. Unexpected people begin to cross your path. Their presence may feel subtle at first, but they carry keys, opportunities, and encouragement that align perfectly with the new season. At the same time, people who no longer fit your purpose may naturally fade away. Do not mourn what leaves, honor what enters. This is divine alignment, preparing you for the chapter ahead. The fifth sign is heightened spiritual sensitivity. Dreams become clearer. Signs repeat themselves. Numbers, words, or themes keep appearing as if heaven is trying to grab your attention. Your spirit begins to discern more sharply, noticing things you once overlooked. This is not coincidence, it is confirmation. Heaven is ensuring you do not miss the moment when the page turns. The sixth sign is the most paradoxical: peace in the midst of chaos. On the outside, storms may rage. Finances, relationships, or circumstances may feel unstable. Yet deep inside, you carry an unshakable calm, a certainty that you cannot explain. That peace is the fingerprint of heaven. It is the signal that the new chapter is already being written, and that you are safe within it. And I ask you, have you recognized these signs for what they are? Or have you mistaken prophecy for problems? How many times have you cried over a closed door when in truth it was heaven protecting you from what did not belong in the next chapter? How many times have you felt unsettled, not realizing it was your soul resisting a shift that your spirit already embraced? Chosen one, every one of these signs is heaven's way of telling you the old is ending, the new has come. The discomfort means you've outgrown the last season. The pressure means delivery is near. The breaking of cycles means chains are falling. The new connections mean destiny helpers are arriving. The dreams and confirmations mean the decree is active. And the peace in chaos means heaven has already taken control. Do not ignore these signals. They are not random. They are not accidents. They are the evidence that September the 26th is not just another day. It is a threshold, a point of crossing, a moment where you step out of what was and into what is written for you. Chosen one, lift your eyes. Your life is not unraveling. It is being rewritten. The page is already turning. Chosen one, there is a hidden work unfolding in your life right now. Heaven is repositioning destinies. This is not just about change. It is about realignment. It is about being placed back into the flow of what was always written for you, even when it felt like you drifted off course. September the 26th carries the decree of repositioning, and you are included in it. Many believe destiny is rigid, fixed, unchangeable. But the truth is, destiny can bend under the weight of choices, delays, and attacks. Yet here lies the mystery. Heaven never loses the original script. Even if you step aside, even if you pause, even if battles push you back, the author has the authority to reposition you exactly where you need to be. What felt lost is not lost. It was simply waiting for this moment of alignment. This repositioning is both external and internal. Externally, people will shift. Some will leave your life suddenly, while others will appear as if out of nowhere, carrying exactly what you need for this next chapter. Opportunities you thought were gone forever may resurface. Doors you never considered may open. Paths you didn't even know existed will unfold before your eyes. Internally, you will sense desires shifting. Old passions will fade, new ones will ignite. Ideas that seemed long dead will suddenly come alive. Convictions you thought were buried will resurface with strength. This is not random. It is heaven, recalibrating your heart so that it beats in rhythm with your true calling again. And I ask you, how many times have you felt out of place, as if your life was misaligned with what you knew deep down was meant for you? That unease was not failure. It was the signal that repositioning was necessary. And now, the moment has come. But understand this, repositioning often requires separation. Heaven cannot align you to your destiny while you are still tied to what does not belong. That is why some relationships will end, some opportunities will close, and some environments will no longer welcome you. It may sting, but it is not rejection. It is protection. The author is clearing away everything that would keep you from walking fully in the story being written now. The mystery of destiny repositioned is also about timing. What you thought was delay was actually preservation. There are doors that would have crushed you had they opened earlier. There are people who would have harmed you had they stayed longer. There are opportunities that would have misled you had you taken them before. The pause was never punishment. It was preparation. And now, as September 26th approaches, the alignment begins. The storylines of your life that seemed scattered will start weaving together. The fragments will form a whole. The closed doors will make sense, and the open ones will call you forward. It is like the gears of a great machine locking into place. And suddenly, everything begins to move. Chosen one, the repositioning is not just about you. Those connected to your life will feel it too. Families, friendships, communities, all will be impacted by your realignment. When one chosen one steps into destiny, ripple effects spread far and wide. Your repositioning is the key that unlocks doors for others. And here is the greatest mystery. When heaven repositions you, acceleration follows. What you thought was lost time will be redeemed. What you thought was wasted effort will bear fruit. What you thought was failure will become testimony. You will realize that not a single detail was overlooked. Every step, even the ones that felt like detours, were woven into the path that now stands before you. So do not resist the shifting. Do not mourn what is leaving. Do not fear what feels unfamiliar. Embrace the repositioning, because it is heaven's way of saying, you are exactly where you are meant to be. September the 26th will not simply change your circumstances, it will reset your trajectory. The page is turning. The gears are moving. The alignment is here. Chosen one, your destiny is being repositioned, and nothing can hold you back from the chapter that now begins. How to prepare for this prophetic time. Chosen one, a portal may open, but if you are not prepared to walk through it, you can miss the fullness of what it carries. September 26th has already been marked as a day of rewriting and repositioning, but how you prepare will determine whether you simply witness the moment or step into it with power and clarity. Preparation begins within. Heaven is not only shifting your circumstances, it is transforming your heart. You cannot carry old weights into a new season. Release the grudges that drain your spirit, the guilt that chains your mind, the narratives that whisper failure. Ask yourself honestly, what must I let go of to step freely into what has been written for me? Empty hands are the only hands that can receive. The second preparation is emotional. The enemy will always try to use your feelings as chains, anxiety, fear, discouragement, or even numbness. These are not harmless emotions. They are distractions crafted to weaken your focus. But in this season, you must declare, I am not led by emotion, I am led by destiny. When you rise above the storm of your feelings, you stand in the stillness of heaven's decree. The third preparation is spiritual sensitivity. September the 26th is not just another day. It will come with whispers, signs, nudges from the unseen. You must be awake enough to recognize them. This is the time to silence distractions, reduce noise, step away from draining influences, create moments of stillness. The author is already speaking, and if you quiet the world long enough, you will hear his words echo within you. The fourth preparation is practical alignment. Destiny is not only spiritual, it manifests in the natural. Just as you would prepare your home before a move, you must also prepare your life before a breakthrough. Organize what needs order. Close doors that drain you. Make room in your schedule, your finances, your relationships for the new that is coming. If you want the page to turn, clear the table for the next chapter to unfold. And I ask you, have you been making space for the new, or are you still clinging to what cannot come with you? Have you been preparing for acceleration, or are you hoping heaven will do everything while you stay the same? Another preparation is managing expectation. Many believe breakthrough means everything changes overnight. But the truth is, September 26th is the decree, the marking point where the unseen shifts. Afterward, you will watch the natural slowly catch up with what was released. Do not lose faith when you don't see it all at once. The decree is instant, but the unfolding is process. Those who endure will see the fullness. Preparation also means guarding your focus. In these days, distractions will multiply. Arguments without purpose, unexpected conflicts, emotional turbulence. These are tactics to pull you away from the threshold. Recognize them for what they are: smokescreens. Do not waste your energy where it does not belong. Keep your eyes on the decree, your heart on the promise, your focus on the author of your story. Finally, preparation demands surrender. You cannot demand that heaven write the story the way you expect. The new chapter may not look like what you imagined. It may come with surprises, changes, and edits you didn't plan for. But trust this: the author knows what belongs in your story far better than you do. Release control. Hand over the pen. Say, write what you will, because I trust the ending you have prepared. Chosen one. September the 26th is not waiting for your perfection. It is waiting for your readiness. Prepare your spirit, align your emotions, guard your focus, make space in the natural. And above all, surrender to the mystery of what is coming. When the page turns, you will want to be standing, awake, and ready. This is not just a date, it is a destiny moment, and your preparation is the key that ensures you walk into it fully. Chosen one. Everything we have walked through in this message brings us to this moment. The decree. September 26th is not just a day to mark on the calendar. It is the threshold where heaven declares the page is turned, the destiny is repositioned, the story is rewritten. This decree does not depend on human approval, nor is it subject to the conditions of this world. It is born from the unseen, released from eternity, and now colliding with your life in time. And when heaven speaks, no voice on earth or in darkness can overrule it. No resistance can stand, no chain can remain locked, no gate can stay shut. The turning of the chosen one is not like ordinary change. For others, a new season might mean small adjustments or surface-level shifts. But for you, it is a complete realignment of your destiny. It is the unfolding of what has always been written, but was waiting for this exact moment to be revealed. It is not just a change of circumstances, it is a transformation of identity, direction, and impact. And I ask you, do you understand what it means to carry this decree? Do you realize that every battle you have endured, every tear you have cried, every weight you have carried was preparing you to stand here at this very threshold? The decree does not erase your past, it redeems it. Every scar becomes a story of survival. Every delay becomes proof of protection. Every silence becomes evidence of preparation. When heaven declares your turning, Nothing is wasted. Everything becomes fuel for the new chapter. This decree also carries acceleration. What once seemed impossible will unfold quickly. Connections will align. Opportunities will multiply. Clarity will rise within you. It will feel as if everything begins to move at once, because when the author turns the page, momentum follows. But remember, this turning is not only for you. Your family, your community, your lineage, all will feel the ripple effect of your repositioning. The light released in your life will illuminate others. The doors opening for you will unlock pathways for those connected to you. The decree over your story is also the release of hope, strength, and breakthrough for many others. Chosen one, the final decree is simple yet unstoppable. You will not leave September the 26th the same way you entered it. The page has turned, the old has closed, the new has begun. The voice of heaven has spoken, and nothing can undo what has been written. So lift your head, stand tall, declare it with your mouth, and believe it in your heart. My destiny is being rewritten. My story is aligned. My breakthrough is here. I am stepping into the chapter that heaven prepared for me. This is your decree. This is your turning. This is the moment where the chosen ones rise, not by their own strength, but by the unstoppable pen of the author who never forgets, never fails, and never loses his story. September 26th will be remembered as the day your destiny shifted forever. And you, chosen one, will testify. When heaven rewrote my story, nothing could ever stay the same.